G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing the Cats and the Tigers at GMHBA Stadium. And the Cats back on the winners list, winning by 30 points in the end. Oh, it's good to get a win. Have not tasted a win in over a month, which is a long time if you're a Cats fan, from what we're normally used to. Topsy-turvy game, though, that has to be said. And whilst a 5-goal win is nice, it's not without challenges and not playing our absolute best footy. But sometimes you just have to find a way to win, even when the game's going against you, which certainly was at times throughout the night. As we can see, first half was definitely tripped us up a little bit. But again, yeah, stoked with the result. Good to get the 4 points. Still lots of work to do, and we've got some really tough games coming up. I mean, I don't think there's too many matches you look at and go, "Oh, that's an easy win." That's such as the evenness of the competition. But yeah, step in the right direction. More than anything, which is all you can really do. You can only play who you can play. For well knowing, we've got obviously some teams up at the pointy end of the ladder to come to see what it all looks like. But I suppose looking at the game, it was a tough watch to start off with. I mean, Tigers got one instantly, and I feel like we've had a fair few matches of late where a team kicks a goal against us in the first 2 minutes, like, oh, all right, cool. So you don't have a chance to blink, and then the oppo's already got a goal on you. And then, it just wasn't really being played in the manner that we wanted to play it. Richmond definitely had it on their terms for most of that first half. And like that, they were super hungry. Their pressure was immense, and we couldn't handle it early on in the piece. They were able to, get some relatively, what Scotty would call pretty easy goals, or soft goals, I think he calls them, where they're just sort of, marking inside 50 without a stack of pressure either on the ball carrier or behind the marking player. So, they were able to convert a little bit, and potentially could have been up a little bit more had they kicked slightly straighter. So they had a few chances and didn't take every chance they had. So we're maybe fortunate to be, a little bit closer at half time. So, we ended up kicking a couple late in that first half, but it was thanks to Ollie Dempsey. It was a tough watch at times. Like, our pressure wasn't quite there. Weren't able to sort of make the most of it in terms of our opportunities, and ball didn't quite bounce our way, and just didn't have that same work rate and desire that Richmond had early on in the piece. Look, it had its moments, that's for sure. But massive couple of goals before halftime from Dempsey gave us a good spring in the step to accelerate in that second half, which we did, as we can see on the worm there. 10 goals in the second half, and we kept the Tigers to 3. Field position was really good. We were able to win it out of the contest nicely. We're breaking it out of the middle, which was really good. Run off half-back and scoring change from half-back was back on the radar. Our pressure lifted. That was significant and brilliant to see. And then, putting the Tigers under pressure, we forced them into the turnover game. We started taking more risks. We kicked it long down the line a fair bit in that first half and weren't looking too damaging. Tigers definitely hemmed us in, along that boundary line at times. But our skills lifted. First half, a few more fumbles here and there, but we're able to sort of link up and chain much better in that second half and had more fluency amongst the team, which was, a highlight to watch. And, just really pleased that we're able to, notch up the 4 points. Big third term, we were able to, weather the storm and get plenty of scoreboard pressure on. Tigers were still snapping at the heels, and then, reminded me a bit of that Giants game where, more so on the field position side of things, where for most of the second half we had really good field position and we're looking, pretty promising. So, had in our front half a lot. Front half time would have been, through the roof. Inside 50s will probably be through the roof. I haven't looked at them yet. So, just, executed well at the end. Took some good marks inside 50. Able to convert our work. Still some, I don't know how some of the umpiring decisions get to the decisions they get to. Non-holding the ball's paid 20 metres out in front of goal when Richmond players dive on it. Paying it advantages that end up being disadvantages. End up handballing, kicking goals, and they're not counted as goals. I reckon I can count 6 or 7 goals in the last 2 weeks that have not been paid due to umpiring, but I don't want to get too fixated on that. I just want to focus on us playing well, and that's what we did tonight. So let's have a look at the stats. That's a bit of a wrap-up of the game. In a nutshell, plus 70 for disposals. Good to see. Lots of work by foot. Plenty. And the handball game was really good in that second half. Lifted us big time. 61 inside 50s to 38. So, yeah, Tigers, they have 19. So, yeah, they scored once every 2 entries. So, I mean, you don't want that happening. They were efficient, but they just weren't able to really, get it forward inside 50 in that second half where we were able to get field position and then lock it in their front half and not allow Richmond to move in behind the defence. Disposal efficiency, relatively even Stevens there. Efficiency inside 50, relatively similar as well. Pretty positive on that front. The free kick count, it's quite amazing that we're come out on top here. It was 9-1 Richmond's way. I think it might have been 10-1. So, I don't know if they had a word together at half-time or not, but that's how it's ended up and landed. 45 clearances to the Cats, 38, so plus 7 there. Centre clearances, obviously I think earlier was a bit of a wash to the Tigers, and around the ground pretty even. Plus 23 on the contested ball, so that was immense. And then the uncontested ball on the outside, we're able to be quite handsome in that area. Turnover game, so what do we have there? 72 to the Tigers. And for the marks, we had plus 22, able to get some connection between the players there. Marks inside 50, plus 8. Good cohesion going inside 50. And, it's quite funny. Tigers are in front for, more of the game than we were. We were able to, be in front at the right time of the game and get it on our terms, especially late. Tackles, plus 14, so that's, I think the Tigers had a stack of tackles in that first half. And then we definitely lifted in that second half. Where are we? All right. Inside 50 tackles, really good pressure from us. It's a really good lift. Some good run and carry there. And 6 bounces, 1%ers. Tigers got the chocolates there. Okay. Let's have a look and take out the Tigers. Votes were tough. There was some good players on the ground for the night. But I'll go Jackie Bowes for 3. He kicked 1 goal, 2. Had 29, 4 marks, 8 tackles, 9 clearances, 2 goal assists as well. Almost 700 metres gained from 80% game time. It's a really good effort. And I felt like, when we were just starting to find our way back into the game, he was sort of stepping up when the chips were down. And, just enormous around the clearance. He was involved in everything, I felt. And, I loved his game. He was exceptional. Great goal from the boundary too. He absolutely loved that. 2 votes. Ollie Dempsey, what a game he had. 3 goals, 27 touches, 5 marks, 2 tackles, 3 clearances, 2 goal assists as well. What a workhorse, what a machine. He got us back into the game when, things were looking pretty dour and a bit iffy, to be fair. I don't think too many Cats fans were feeling confident when you've lost 4 in a row and you're down against a side that's only won 1 game for the year at your home deck. It was a bit nerve-wracking, that's for sure. But directly involved with 5 goals, so he was outstanding, I felt, and thoroughly deserving of some votes there. So he got 2. Maxi Holmes got the 1 vote. He kicked 1 goal, 1, 29, 4 tackles, 4 marks, 2 tackles, 5 clearances, goal assist for him as well, 2 goals for Holmesy, all up with his work. Yeah, he was in everything. He worked super hard, up and back the ground. He was great. All right, let's go through the rest of the team. So Mitchie Duncan had 27, kicked a goal, 8 marks, 3 tackles. Work horse as well. He finds a way, gets around the ground, and just a good link and chain player that has been a soldier for us for a long time. Tommy Atkins was a beast in the contest. 27, 11 tackles, 10 clearances. Those are some exceptional numbers. And obviously, yeah, Richmond didn't have their best side in no Prestia, and they've got a stack of injuries. But, yeah, a great output from Tommy Atkins and had some amazing efforts, I felt. Tanner Bruin quietly found a way to get to 26. I must say, at the ground, I didn't notice it, but credit to him. Great job. Kicked a goal as well. 3 marks, 5 tackles, 6 clearances, and also got a goal assist next to the name there. From 66% game time, that's pretty darn good, actually. I must say that it is quite a phenomenal effort. Over to T. Stewart. He had 18, had 7 marks, couple of tackles from his 75% game time. Back to the Stewart that we know and love. He was able to get his intercept mark game going, which was able to really put us in a good position to score. Jezza kicked a goal, 16 touches, 4 marks, 4 tackles. Got involved as the game went on. A little bit quiet earlier when the chips were really down, but he definitely lifted, and he was able to be a good option in that sort of high half-forward wing role for us. Over to Zach Guthrie. He kicked a goal. Nice goal it was. 18 touches, 4 marks, 3 tackles. His work down back we absolutely love, and he just keeps on keeping on. Conway had 14. He had 4 marks, 3 tackles, 4 clearances. Also got him amongst the goal assist. Doesn't get high meters game, but he often gives it to players that can gain some meterage or find an effective kick. So, project player for sure. Nank had, I think, 50-something hit outs. So, but Nank's a good ruckman. Love Conway's work and pressure around the ground. Bradley, the closer, got a goal, 15 touches, 7 marks, 2 tackles, also 2 goal assists. Speaking of guys that just work super hard up and down the ground, also involved in some scoring chains there massively. 3 goals off the back of his work. One of my favourite players, Bradley. O'Sheen Mullen had 12 for the game. He had 7 marks as well, 3 tackles, steady hands there, and always has a red-hot crack in those one-on-one contests and neutralises a lot of footy. Stengel, Tice kicked a goal, had the 18 touches, 2 marks, a tackle, 5 clearances from his work for the night. And, he kicked a set shot from 30, and, he's pretty clean in these conditions. He's clean normally anyway, but I liked his game. Colo had 16. I hope he's okay. We'll find out. But 16 touches, 8 marks. He's just been a brick wall down back, playing probably his best season. He was clunking them everywhere and potentially having a few marks that weren't paid, but that's all right. I won't lose sleep over that. It's fine. Over the Big Hawk, had 12 touches, getting involved. 2 marks, 2 tackles, a few hit-outs as well, a clearance, goal assist. So, it seems to be involved in 3 goals a week. He kicked 2 last week against Sam Taylor, and then also set one for Jezza as well. Over to Shannon Neal, scratch. Kicked 2, also had 12 touches, 7 marks, goal assist, and one that went out on the full. So he could have had 3 right there at the end. I wish he kicked it. Leaving a point would have got us over the 100, which I like the triple digits. Jack Henry was back to some better form, had 11 touches, 4 handballs. That's really important. 7 marks, a couple of tackles. So, a little bit anxious early, but worked into the game, and, it was a good contributor for the Cats. The Shark, he had 15, 3 marks, 2 tackles, and, he was decent in the midfield. Might have done a little bit of work on Liam Baker at times. Grind, very quiet. So, that sounds like got a bit of attention. He had the 12 touches, 5 tackles, and a clearance. I did notice a lot of him early, but I didn't notice him much throughout the game. So, a good effort all considering that we had other players be able to step up in the absence of Myers, who's been huge for us this season, the last couple of seasons, to be fair. SDK, 12 touches, 3 marks, tackle. Was all right over the night, and hopefully I say this most weeks. Looking forward to seeing the best of Sam. Want to see it. Don't know if he'll be out with concussion or not. All I saw was a knee to the back of the head, which is not nice at all. Sack 2, relatively quiet, had the 9 touches, 3 tackles as well, but definitely gets involved in those really tough contests on the wing. So, yeah, he has a red-hot crack each and every time. Gary Rowan had the 4 touches from half of the time of the match. Couple of tackles, which were good to see, and should have got hold of the ball for one of them, but umpire decided to pay a free kick against, which was crazy. But that's why the cookie crumbles. Almost had a nice goal assist out the back, but just needed to be a bit more left from where I was sitting. It didn't quite work out. Ollie Henry, pretty quiet, but also went off injured, a couple of touches, and also took a few marks. Goal assist, though, for his efforts. All right, so that's a bit of an overview of what it looked like player by player. I don't think I want to look at next week, but I will, because that's what I do each and every week. How are we sitting third? That's wild. All right. Well, third for the moment until other teams play, I'm sure. But we've got Sydney in Sydney next week, and they'll be coming off the bye. We saw the last 3 games have been good if you're a Cats fan. It was definitely interesting at the SCG last time. You wouldn't have thought it was 2 teams that played off in the grand final. Would have thought it would be 2 bottom 4 sides. But 2 of the last 3, the Cats won by almost 100 points. I don't think it's going to be, I reckon Sydney relatively comfortably. I just hope we don't get absolutely demolished. But it's going to be a very tough night at the office. No doubt about that. They're absolutely flying. You can only hope that there's a bit of a lull after another bye. They've had 2 rests before we've even had 1, but we won't talk too heavily about that. We'll just worry about playing some good footy. Don't know if Guth will be back or Paddy will be back, but if I was the coaching staff, I wouldn't even bother getting him back into this game. Just get Guthrie and Dangerfield right for after the bye. Get him cherry ripe for the back end of the season. Try and bank some wins and see where it all lands. But where are we sitting at the moment? Sitting third. How's the ladder looking? I don't want to look at the fixture. I want to see how we go. Apparently we're third. There's a few other teams to play, I'm sure. Bombers will be playing tomorrow. Yep. Bombers will be playing. They're ahead of us anyway. Okay, cool. So we are stuck in the top 4. I don't think that can change. Melbourne, Giants. So, it could change. It could change if they somehow both win. Are they playing against each other? No, they are not. All right, well, who have the Giants got? I'd like to know. I'm going to have to do some research and some digging on that. But tonight it was Geelong getting the chocolates by 5 goals, winning 99-69 for the Tigers. Back on the winners list, it's good to get a win. And whilst we weren't perfect and whilst we're not back by any stretch of the imagination, it's just good to play some decent footy and find a way to get the 4 points. And back on the winners list, sitting at 8-4, not too bad after 12 rounds. So we'll see how it all goes in the coming weeks. Litmus tests coming to us left, right, and centre. So we'll see what happens. All right, that's all from me, folks. Hope you enjoyed the review. Chuck down in the comments what you thought of the game and give the video a like. Subscribe so you can keep up to date with each Cats game and how we pan out, and you'll get my review and analysis of that each and every week. Thanks for tuning in, crew. I will catch you on the next video.